Hey, I want to touch on something here. So there's an article that came out on Boxing Scene, and it was talking about millions and millions of people who done stole the pay-per-view fight between Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury illegally, illegally streaming. So that's what I mean by stealing. But they said, I believe, probably around 20 plus million personnel. I'm not sure about the exact number. But the thing I want to point out is I want to know where they actually got these exact numbers from. Those exact numbers, I don't know how they come up with it, for one. I don't know if there's a tracker for two to be like, oh, okay, this is the millions and millions of people who done stole, or illegally streamed the pay-per-view. Like, I don't know where that really came from. But number two, and most important, I see a lot of people, some writers, some people who's in the boxing business, even some fans out there, content creators and everything. And the one thing they're talking about is like why people still in the fight, or why people are illegally streaming, or why they ain't paying for the fights and all the other stuff. I mean, that's how the boxers and stuff feed their children and all that other stuff. That old typical stuff. So I just want to say this. I don't like when people try to shame somebody into buying something. If a person doesn't want to pay for anything, they're not going to pay for it. To try to sit there and play this elementary game and try to shame people into buying something, or shame people into doing something they probably don't even want to do, it's just a bad look in itself. I mean, you petty because somebody who didn't pay for the pay-per-view got to watch the same fight that you paid for, allegedly. I mean, think about it here. Let's just have common sense up here for a second. Would you rather pay for something if you could actually get it for free? No, nobody will pay for anything if they could get it for free. That's the whole point. I'm not trying to promote, illegally streaming or none of that other stuff. That's not what I'm saying here. But if you have a chance to watch something for free, vice paying for it, you're going to watch it for free. And it doesn't matter if a person illegally streaming or not, because there are other ways to go watch something for free. You could go to a bar and watch it for free. You know how many people show up at bars, restaurants and everything that shows the fight and they ain't pay for it? You know how many people could go to a DraftKings or a FanDuel spot and not pay for food or nothing? They could just walk right in there and watch the fight for free. So to sit up here, when I see people make these posts and talking about, well, you thieves out there, y'all stealing the fights and everything, and that's it's crazy, it's ridiculous. Y'all need to be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all fucking pitiful. Miss me with that nonsense. Because at the end of the day, you're not really stealing any money out these fighters' pockets. They already got paid, for one. That's what those contracts are for. They were already getting paid regardless. And not to mention, these fighters were getting paid by the military, the Saudis and whatnot. And they got money to burn. So you're not really hurting anybody's pockets and stuff. But I do know this, though. When it comes to the PBC, when people were stealing, or allegedly stealing or illegally streaming the pay-per-views on that, of course you're going to have your hardcore PBC guys trying to shame people, that was stealing and shit like that. But then you had the people who don't like the PBC sit up here and continue to bash the PBC. That's why they are failing business and all other stuff. They charge too much for pay-per-views and everything else. people deserve to illegally stream. Well, I'm going to put it like this, man. They charging too much for pay-per-view everywhere, especially in America. See, if you notice when you watch these pay-per-views overseas, it's nowhere near the amount that what they charge for here in America. Hey, you could go right across the border to Mexico, and a lot of those people down there watching it for free, they get it for free. Ain't nothing illegal about it. A lot of them watching it for free regardless. But here in America, we so obsessed with personnel, I guess, illegally streaming. Shit makes no sense at the end of the day. I just wanted to touch on this point because I just seen too many posts out there with people, you know, trying to shame folks because they allegedly illegally stream. And this is all based on an article that they didn't even tell you how they even got the numbers to begin with, or who illegally stream, like how many people illegally stream or anything. So, yeah, shit makes no sense at the end of the day. But that's all I got. Bold and understanding. I'm out. Peace.